Hi YouTube, we're here today with an unboxing of yet another discontinued plane. This would be the KA-8 by Horizon Hobby, also known as Park Zone, one of the lines that Horizon Hobby offers. I got this thing new in box as a bind and fly. One of the hobby towns had it in stock. I did not pay $220, I'm not insane. This plane has optional choices for launching. There's a high launch system, which basically is a big stretchy cable hooked up to a rope and you stake it in the ground, and it's kind of scary to see. And then the second option that they recommend is a tow release that's like 25 bucks or 26 bucks maybe. Either way, I'm not doing either of these things. I'll be adding some power system to it. It comes with spoilers. And this plane, I don't know if this was just one of those planes that was popular or maybe it was a pain to kind of figure it out because it didn't have a motor. But I'm really excited about it. It's 2.25 meters, and here goes nothing. And this is a little scary because it's really old, and I don't even know if I get parts if something's broken. So we're gonna see. It's an unboxing. I hope I got the right end at this. Ooh, look at that. Fancy.
Do you need
Gracious.
help?
I might need my camera assistant. Bolt. It's kind of a dinky box. Oh, look at this beautiful thing. Guys, I love it. I love it. It's so glassy and beautiful. Time for some scissors to come out. The decals evidently need to be applied still, or they're optional decals. Big old decal set. Jeez, that's pretty cool. It looks like we have tape holding down the foam. Separator pieces. I'm just going to cut all this stuff. Throw this stuff out. Oh boy. We got contact with the side here, but I think we're going to be okay. Got a little ding here. Oh, it looks good. It's got a little flex to it, it looks like. Nice cover for the servo. There's the linkage that operates the spoilers. I'll show you the spoilers here real quick, which is cool. One of the complaints I heard from the flight test guys was that this plane has a singular servo that operates the spoilers, and so I don't know if maybe I'll just take and do two so that the wings can easily separate. This is a pretty big plane. 2.25 meters is big enough that it's hard to get in the car without taking it apart, but I don't like taking my planes apart. It's a pain in the butt. So I will just usually make room in the car. But it's really nice if you can take them apart. You can put them in a small car. And all packaged. Looks like these red pieces are actually decals. They've been scored to make the wrap around the contour of the wing. And then same thing, you can see the servo here, guys. See the servo in the middle? There's one singular servo. So when those wings go together, then this servo will move. Looks like a Metal Gear servo. That's pretty crazy. So that's going to move the spoilers. And in my experience, spoilers are generally very effective. Not that they're more useful or less useful than flaps, they're very effective. It's just a very simple, basic looking model, but everything looks really well done. Got a carbon fiber spar here going through. Of course you can see it. And then the body of the plane, the fuselage. Has has to be spun out. And this is my biggest issue with this plane that I'm not sure how I'm going to handle yet. Is just simply figuring out how I'm going to put a motor on the front of this and not make it look dumb. Got some nasty edges here. Usually that stuff will just rub off, just those little flaky things. Big rudder. I love that it's got a big rudder. This thing is very light. Very light. It's got a big wheel. That big wheel is a big heavy wheel. I could probably put a lighter wheel if I cared. There's a release with a linkage that goes up. Ooh, that felt. Oh, there was glue on it. That's why. There's glue on the front. Got the AR 6000, or excuse me, 610 rather, not 6000. That must be the bind plug, or no, that's probably for the ailerons, and then that's for the spoilers, which is just one servo. Then it looks like this is where the BEC feeds in. Looks like they just use the gear channel to feed that in. And what else do we have in there? 2 servos. One for the rudder and one for the elevator. So we'll see how that goes. Get a good shot of that. And the pilot, it looks like a good scale size. He's not like got an especially short nose or anything weird like that. But guys, this plane looks like it's going to be a really good plane. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick unboxing on that. We do have a very nice carbon fiber spar here, it looks like. I'm assuming at this point it's carbon fiber. Yeah, pretty sure that's carbon fiber, not just, oh yeah, that's carbon fiber. Hollow, very light, looks like it's very strong. And what else comes in here? Looks like we've got, this is a bind and fly, guys. Back in the day, if you're just getting into the hobby with Horizon Hobby, or just starting to buy their product lines, they used to have what they called bind and fly. Now they have bind and fly basic. And bind and fly basic means it doesn't come with a lipo, and it doesn't come with a charger. Now, honestly, is that really a charger? Are you gonna plug this in your wall? I don't think so. So, not that it matters, I'm not gonna really use this charger anyway. And I'm also incidentally not gonna use this power cord, which, I guess I don't remember seeing that in here. What did this have for a plug-in on it? Did it even have an EC2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. There's your EC2. So I'll have to take that out and put an XT60 on it, or come up with a different configuration, because I'm probably not going to fly this. Well, I may fly it on this pack, but it's going to go a lot quicker because I'm going to probably have a motor in this. But being that this is a fairly large aircraft, this would glide forever on a 2S 1300 milliamp, which is, this is a decent pack, but I want to show you what this decent pack looks like. Since Horizon always talks about how great their batteries are, why don't we show them how great they look in just a few short years. This is a 1300 milliamp 2S. So when the guy at the hobby shop says Hobby King packs suck, well, he's probably not lying completely. And I don't think he means to lie to you, but believe me, I've puffed just as many E-Flight packs as I have, and ruined just as many E-Flights, if not more, than I have Hobby King. I have a lot more Hobby King, so it's not necessarily a fair assessment, but this pack will eventually look like this pack. Not to say this is a bad pack, it just means they puff just like the rest of them. And if you abuse them, they puff. Granted, this is a 20C pack. It's not like they've sit here and said this is a 60C pack or anything like that. So, a couple of words of advice from my experience, and maybe you've had a different experience. That being said, I really like the canopy. This body is solid. It's very rigid for being hollow foam. I mean, it doesn't twist at all. And then let's see if there's a carbon fiber spar. Yep, there's a carbon fiber spar in here. Can we see it through this, maybe? Yeah.
Yep.
You guys see that carbon fiber? I mean, I have to assume it's carbon fiber because it's so light. But that's the sort of thing that if you don't have a really stiff, rigid frame on a glider, they won't work well. That being understood, these wings have been known to be not the stiffest wings. That doesn't look like that's going to fit very good. Look at this, guys. Gotta see this. Oh, that's because it goes here. See this? That's your aileron. This goes here. I'm not sure how exactly that works. But you see there's a second carbon fiber spar. I wonder if I was shorted or something. Or maybe I just haven't found it yet. Oh, and one other thing I'll show you real quick. It does look like it comes with a high start kit. Or does it?
Yeah.
No, that's just a string. That's a toe string. That's a toe string, guys. Comes with a toe string, a little bit of Velcro, and screws, and this is the mounting plate for the wings. But no, these two wings, I was just going to show you how long this thing is going to be when the wings are together, real quick. Okay, so it does have a stop. That's good. Sometimes they don't have stops in them. Gotta pull the servo linkages, plugs out. You get yourself one of these, which there are still a few out there. It's supposed to be a really good plane. And as usual, I am going to share my experience. Of course, you can ignore it if you don't like this type of plane. But I'm going to share with you guys my experience I have with it. Okay, so there's 2.25 meters, which it's not exactly rocket science, but I'm 6 feet tall, so 2.25 meters, so you can figure if I'm 6 feet tall, that's 2 meters. You get another half or so. That's going to be a pretty good sized plane. I'm really excited to see this thing together, guys. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. And yeah, you could go out and slope soar this thing right away, if you had a slope to soar. But I don't really have a slope right now. I found out that the slope I was using, turns out it is controlled by the body that I didn't think it was controlled by, which is a real pain in the butt. But anyway, for now, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you'll follow the progress of this build. It's not going to be a real complex one to get it together or to set it up with the radio. But when I get ready to start cutting the nose and figuring out how to do spinner and folding props and things like that, it might be a little bit tricky. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe.